All right, welcome back. Rifles in the NAM, Tiny Battle Publishing. Not quite sure if this recording will be after the launch, but this is being done right before the launch, so disclaimer. Some things may not be exactly as you appear here as in the release. So let's go ahead and start. Village. We're scenario 8 here. The goal here is I'm going to do the U.S. Army, not the Marine Corps, and they're against the VC, Viet Cong. And what we have is they're basically clearing out this area. There's a village potentially either being held hostage or sympathizing or helping out the VC. So our army squad is going to come in and basically they have to clear the area again. They have to enter and activate every event marker and deal with any enemy. The new twist is we've got civilians, and civilians, there's a special table on how to deal with them. Civilian activations, 1 to 2, they run away. 3 to 5, they stay. 6, they actually turn into Viet Cong. And then you can use them for interrogation, spend an AP, gain a recon point. Harmless, just remove them. Not sure, keep them on the marker, on the map. And these are VC soldiers. Off we go. So, kind of a roll of the dice. The other thing we have too that's a little different is we have for our fire support, we have attack helicopters. Combat factor 3, they can attack twice in their area type. But you can't use them on any stripe that has the village or the civilian markers. So looking at this, we could use them here. But not, not here and not there. So let's see, the other thing is I rolled for terrain, got an interesting mix this time. It's open. These two we come into, and then it's just rice paddies, got a village, and then a rice paddy. So kind of fits the description of a village there. We placed our event markers. Well, let's see, 1 is enemy, 2 to 4 is nothing. 5 is enemy. Here we got a booby trap. Here we got an enemy. Ooh, roll on enemy presence. Discard 1 RP. Platoon HQ coordination. Contact HQ. A reminder to spend 1 AP. So this kind of burns an activation point. And we can see now what's different is we've only got 10 turns, but just looking at the presence table, you got to roll a 6 to even get units placed. And then we got our standard activation here. So built out my squad. The U.S. Army only has, it has 12. Yeah. I think the Marines have 13. They have 1 extra point. So got a leader, 2 assault rifle, leader, 2 assault rifle. So that's 6. And then I add, would have liked an LMG, but there were too much. So I did a grenade launcher dude in each one. I think that took me to 10, and then this time I burned 2 BPs to get 8 grenades times 2 is 16. So everybody comes in with 2 grenades. Kind of like grenades. They're pretty handy. But and then I've got my attack helicopter. Yep, there it is. TN Area 3. So I think that's a gunship, and that fits the definition there. So that's my setup here. So let's go ahead. Hopefully this time I'll be a little more accurate on the modifiers. I've gone through and compared the rules to the playwright card, so I think I've made some correct master lists for that. So I think, where are we at? I think we can just go ahead and get started now that that's done. So obviously the first thing we do in a turn, 10 turns. Let's do that old backward thing. There you go. We just start counting down. So we got 10 turns to move through this whole thing and clear everybody. Okay. And again, the unique things are the civilians here, and we do have a village up here too. So we'll see if we run into any VC as we go. So coming up here, first thing we got is group creation. You can see I've already done that. 2 groups of 4. And then we just roll our 3 dice for activation. Ooh, I'd like to take that roll, but not to be. And we have 1 activation point and 1 bonus activation point. So I could move both of them up here. Well, this is gonna. Well, let's bring the guy with the leader in first. Leads from the front. Let's do him. That's going to be 1 activation point. And let's see what the event marker is. Okay, I'm going to flip this. 5. Enemy roll on patrol table. Place units in the highest numbered stripe with no friendly unit in it. That would be right here. So immediately it looks like we're running into VC. Let's look at the VC patrol table. I don't have any. I didn't burn a point for recon, so I can't really affect that. So I'm on the patrol table here. Maybe I should have. I had a bonus action point. But let's go ahead and roll 1 die and see what kind of combat we have. 2 rifles hidden on this stripe. So let's get some VC out there. Now they've got rifles. That's interesting. So, and they're hidden. 1. And I'll do this guy 2. And we do have a hidden. Oh, okay, we could do it that way, hidden. I think there's a hidden marker too somewhere, but I'm not going to try and find it. Did I get both guys? Oh, let's just do this. Hidden. Man, can't win for trying, can I now? Now we'll get this guy hidden. There we go. Okay, so what do we have left? We have a bonus activation point. Well, let's. Can't use. Well, I could do combat, fire. They're out in the open, but they're hidden. No, I can't. So maybe I can try and spot now. What would that benefit me? No, I'm going to bring on my other squad. So that's the end of that turn right there. All right, so they're hidden. We'll roll for them in a second. But let's go back to our friendly unit activation, enemy presence check. We got 2 units on the board, so we're not going to roll for that. So we just see what are they going to do. So we are at the Viet Cong. Let's see. Here we go. Enemy activation table. So let's roll and see what happens. 3. If there's a target group in range, attack nearest target group. Otherwise advance. If the enemy group contains 1 or 2 units, add to the group a rifle unit. Don't know what that means there. I think if there's a target group, attack. Otherwise advance. The enemy group contains 1 or 2 units. It doesn't. Add to the group a rifle unit. I think they're just gonna, which is not wise here, but they're just gonna open fire, I guess. And let's see, smaller group, larger group, group with it. My 2 groups are identical, so I'm just gonna say even odd to see which group they shoot at. So they're going for this group that came in second. And who are we going to attack? 1 unit with lower TN. Well, they all have the same target number, so it's just going to be a random one. They're going to form a fire group. So let's see what we got here. Viet Cong rifle. Range 1, combat factor 1. Ooh, they've got a lower TN. Well, let's see what our army has. So, sorry about that. Yeah, all our guys are 6s. So that does give us an advantage here. So they've got a 2, but everybody's in the open. Actually, everybody's in the open. So they got a 2, and we're going to see 2 plus their die roll. 6, and actually a 6 for us is RTN. That's the problem with being in the open. That means somebody is suppressed. Let's see what happens here. I'm not taking that. 2, second unit down is suppressed. Well, that's not good. Viet Cong pop up, and they take a shot, and they actually hit someone. They're not hidden anymore. I don't have to waste time spotting them, but still. I'm going to have to move through quickly here. Actually, maybe I should have advanced. Well, who knows? Hindsight is 2020. So that's it. So we go to our turn track, and we go down 1 turn to 9. All right, we're at the next turn. And are we going to change our group? Actually, I am tempted to. Everybody's interchangeable, so I'm going to switch this guy. So if I want to take a recovery shot, I can. Otherwise, I have to burn a BAP. So at least I'm in a position to recover that guy, depending on what we get for our activation here. And survey says, oh, that's not a good roll. That's only 1. So I could open fire. It's in the open, though. That's the advantage. The grenade launcher got 2 units, and they got lower TN. I'm going to do the usual leader directs. This group is going to fire at these guys, and he's going to assist the grenade launcher who has the area attack. So let's take a look at that. I think we're range. Let's look at the grenade launcher here. I'm not going to do a point target. I got 1, but I get a +1 for the leader. That's 2, and they're out in the open. That's good, and I get to attack each one. So let's see if that works. Now let's do 2 dice. Anything 4, 5, or 6, I think. Well, 5. No, 3. Okay, I could get lucky here. I did get lucky. 4 and 2 is 6. 5 and 2 is 7. So that means both these guys right out of the box are suppressed. And we got follow-on fire from our remaining 2 units. One's going to... Oh, great. One is suppressed. It gets a -1. Leader was used, so one's got a -1. And they've only got 1 combat factor. Not as great. All right, so we get 1 combat factor. Let's see how that goes. So the first guy doesn't matter. They roll both at different ones. So the first guy who's not suppressed, he gets 1 added. All right. And the second guy, who doesn't get anything added, it's a flat die roll, needs a 5 or 6. Whoa, they are rolling well. Okay. The only problem with doing that is now there's an enemy presence check, but they got to roll a 6 to get it. So I'm hoping that will be okay. Let's see what we got here. Enemy presence, a 6. So if we don't roll a 6, we're in good shape. 2. Okay. So that's a good thing, I guess. And that was the event 5 we did here, so let's go ahead and move the turn track. We're down to turn 8. There we go. All right, and again, we're going to roll for activation. Haven't used any grenades yet. Come on. They're not going to go anywhere. Well, there's not much to do here except do that. That's our one activation. Let's see what happens. Got a 6. Booby trap. Okay, let's go find that booby trap marker and see. Okay, if we look at the booby trap rules, if I remember them right, we're going to have to burn an AP to get clear of it. I don't think we can do anything else but that. Let me check that. Okay, looking at booby trap, the only action they can do is move, which will then potentially set off the booby trap. So we'll see how that plays out. That's the turn, though. We're going to do enemy presence again. Yeah, they're not moving fast enough here. So let's roll for enemy presence. We're down to 1 die roll. And if we get a 6, somebody appears. If we don't, we can continue on our merry way. Nope, no enemy. So that means the turn track goes now to turn 7. Yep. And we are on turn 7 now. All right, let's see how many action points they get. Roll dice. Okay, 1 action point, maybe 2 with a bonus action point. And let's see what we got here. Group +1. So I think what we're going to do, let's see, we got to make progress. So this guy's going to do the 1 action point move. I'm going to keep the bonus action point in the bank for now. Now he's going to move, but doesn't he have a suppressed unit? Yeah, I shouldn't have moved him. But hey, let's just see what happens here. Now on a booby trap, on a result of 3 or greater, the booby trap. On a result of 1 or 2, it's triggered. So, and then there's a random suppression. Let's see what happens. Bummer, booby trap is triggered. Let's see who it happens to. The leader. That's just not good for these guys. All right, they've still got a bonus action point. Keep that in mind. So let's, and they're in a rice paddy now. And they got a 9. Let's see if these guys get in a lot of trouble here. Enemy movement detected, discard 1 RP. If you don't have an RP, this friendly unit activation phase is over. Roll on the enemy presence table with a +1. Okay, well, that's what we're going to do here. It's over. We lose the bonus activation point, and we get a +1 on the enemy presence table. Let's see what happens if we get the 5 or 6 now. Yeah, there you go. Patrol table. Unit highest stripe without friendly units. They're going to appear here. Wait, the highest stripe without... Oh my goodness, they're going to appear here. This is going south. We're going to lose an activation die now. Wow. Okay. You know, you never know what's going to happen. Let's go to the VC here. We got our patrol table, no DRMs. Straight roll. Let's see what... dang, that's... I don't know. Okay, 1 assault rifle hidden on previous stripe, but that's not what happens exactly. Plays roll on patrol table. Place the unit's highest stripe without friendly units. That means it has to go here. So left prematurely, and it's going to be, I think, an assault rifle. And hidden. Yeah, one assault rifle and hidden. That's harder to get. Um, those first two are rifles. I guess I didn't pick the right rifle unit there. But then this one's going to be a rifle. Let's do that. So he actually is here and hidden. And that does mess us up now. We're only going to get 2 dice because we left one behind. Let's see what he does. Does it 2. If there's a target group range, attack nearest target group, otherwise advance. Well, I got 2 groups within range. I don't know why he's doing that, but you know, and the rice paddy. I guess I'll just do even odd. We'll see which one he attacks. Okay, let's see, even odd. Even, he's going for the rice paddy. That gives us a +1 TN though. Which takes us to 7, which means, let's take a look at that. This isn't an impossible attack yet. Viet Cong with an AK-47. Okay, is a 1, range 1, combat factor 1, and our TN is 7. So if they roll a 6, they can hit us. So they can do it. And we'll see even if they hit us. They got to roll a 6. I don't think they will. Oh yes, they will. This this group. Somebody could die here. Okay, roll again. Oh, it loves those 6s. Now this thing's broken. 2. Second unit down is... Yep, sorry, dude. If I've done this right. Yeah, he's dead. We lost somebody, thanks to this guy who's not hidden anymore. Wow. This one is falling apart here. So we've actually lost somebody. And our leader here is injured too. We should recover. Probably a bit too aggressive here. Now we're only getting 2 activations. Alright, let's look at the turn track. We are getting in trouble. 6. Okay. Okay. Turn 6. And again, we're using a special rule here. If enemy forces are occupied a stripe with a higher number than the highest stripe occupied by the friendly units. Oh no, I think we're okay there. If enemy forces are occupying a stripe with a higher number than the highest stripe, we can still get it. So luckily these guys still here. That lets us get it. So there is hope. Let's see, but we did lose somebody. We did lose somebody. 1 and a BAP. 1 and a BAP. Oh, we didn't roll for the civilian. Holy smoke. Okay, we'll hold that there. Let's look at the civilian table here. There we go. Civilian activation table. So 1 and a BAP, and we're going to roll 1d6. Oh, here's the cool thing. Look, they actually have dice on these units. So let's just do this. Let's see what the civilian does. And I think that's a 2. Run away! Okay, well, that's good enough. The rate things are going. So we've got 1 and a BAP. You know, gotta get rid of this guy. He could open fire. And then close combat. That's kind of overkill. I think the leader can try and recover. That's probably what he'll do. So let's do this. Let's have these guys open fire on this guy out in the open. Let's see if they're a 5. Oh, Viet Cong with an assault rifle. Oh, the leader. Okay, I gotta sort that out. Well, he's just a plain assault rifle, so he's a 5. Seems like overkill for all these guys to attack him. I don't want to break up the group either. But obviously if they move here, they don't get the shot, and this guy needs to rally. So, let's do that. I should have recovered this guy earlier. So let's open fire. And that's a point attack. I think your grenade launcher point attack gets a better modifier. Yeah, skip the area here, and you get 2 CF. So I'll effectively kill him. But all right, let's do that. These guys are all 1s. These guys are 2s. His TN is a 5. So I think we'll be okay. Let's just see if the grenade launcher does it. He's got a 2. 2 and 5 is 7. So the grenade launcher suppresses him. And then we have no grenades this time. So we're going to have 3 rifles, all with a +1. They need a 4 or higher. Yeah, that's it. He's gone. But unfortunately, oh, and then this guy is going to use the BAP as an action point, and he's going to try and recover. He's got to roll a 3+. I'd hate it if he doesn't get it. Oh my goodness, this is not going well. He did not recover. And we have an enemy presence check. If it's a 6, they're back. Nope, they're not. So we are successfully through, and it's turn 5. Okay, so we're at a big 27 minutes here in this recording. So I'm going to stop. We're halfway through, and in theory, we're halfway through the area, depending on what we run into here. You know, who knows? We haven't had a chance to use the attack helicopter, but the problem is the leader has to stay stationary. 2 or more it's established. You can place a support fire marker showing 1 adjacent to the leader or range 2 if nothing's blocking. But I can't attack here. And why would I use a ground strike on any of these? Okay. So we'll keep that in our pocket. Anyway, so we're halfway through here. Unfortunately, they have lost one guy from the squad, and the leader right now is, I don't know if that's wounded or just whatever, but and he didn't recover. And they've got 5 turns now to finish out here and see what else they find. So, see you at the next recording where we will see if our army squad here succeeds in their mission. The previous time I did a search and destroy with the Marines, they didn't. Came down to the wire, but let's see if this time they can be successful. Thanks for listening. See you at the next one.